Hello everybody! Now I apologise for my dodgy voice at the start there. I do actually have a cold right now, but I do enjoy the sound of my voice when I have a cold for some reason. I don't know whether I actually sound any different, but we'll soon see when I watch this video back. But I do have a cold, but I wanted to make some videos. And you know what I realised the other day? That I don't, or haven't, done my introduction to gaming. Now, on my previous channels, or previous channel, I actually introduced my introduction to gaming. Like, I started talking about my favourite games and stuff. But first of all, I'm just going to tell you about the background gameplay. This is actually some Far Cry 3 multiplayer game. I think it's like team deathmatch, because that would make sense, because I don't actually do anything but kill people. But still, this is Far Cry 3 in the background. I do go positive, but I do die a couple of times, unfortunately. I'm not very good at the game, but I'm hoping to get better, and I've actually quite enjoyed it while I was playing it. Unfortunately, the frame rate on the file dropped a lot, unfortunately. Like, it was going down to 15 frames per second every so often, so I do apologise for that. I don't know why it does that, because I was playing a constant 30 at least, sometimes jumping up to 40, because I don't know why, but this is the only game that overheats my computer a little bit. But anyway, guys, back to my introduction to gaming. Now, I've actually written this down because I don't know about everything. I had to remind myself of everything. But obviously, the very first console I ever owned was the PlayStation 1. I remember playing Rayman on it, and oh, what was the other game I wrote down? It was I don't think I actually wrote it down, but it was Rayman and a bunch of other stuff. But you can see me changing my settings so that I didn't lag so much. But still, yeah, Rayman and Doom, the original Doom, R-Types, and other stuff. Bugs Bunny Lost in Time was also another game that I really enjoy playing. And the reason I got a PS1 is not because I was particularly poor. No, that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. But like, most people say they started off on like a GameCube, like an N64. I think I hear a lot of people saying. I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't. I started off on the PS1 because that's what was around at the time, you know. So I got that. And I was still very little when I got it, so not very little, because obviously I remember playing it, but still, I hope you understand what I mean. But the PlayStation 1, its days were over when I started playing the original Xbox. Now, I used to love this console. I remember going around to friends' houses, they had one too, and we'd just play Halo and Medal of Honor all night. And then when we woke up in the morning, we played it some more before I had to go home. So that's how much I actually loved playing Halo. I remember playing just the multiplayer on Halo 2, and then we even swapped it around for Halo 1. Because back then, you didn't see a difference between one, like the first in a game and then the second in a game, like you do with Call of Duty. Like, you don't see a difference, but you know there's a difference. I'm hoping you understand what I mean. But with Halo 1 and 2, they were equally good, and we just played them both equally. Oh, man. See that kill on the screen there? Jesus. But yeah. After my Xbox, my original, I was about to call it Xbox One. After the original Xbox was the PlayStation 2. Now, this is unfortunately the time period where I just play games for the sake of it, rather than for the fun of it. It was a bit depressing, and I only remember playing actually a few games. And that was like Burnout, not Burnout, Paradise. I forgot what it was called. I think it was probably like one of the original Burnouts where you just race and crash and destroy cars and stuff like that. That was the main game that I remember playing, along with Crazy Taxi. If you guys remember Crazy Taxi, you would love that game. Basically, you're a taxi driver, you have to drive around, I don't know where it is, but you have to drive around a city, pick people up and drop them off within a certain time. Now, you know, that seems like you can do that on a phone nowadays. You know, that's what ridiculous, but I still enjoyed that game. That was like one of my favourite games on the PlayStation 2. Now, after the PlayStation 2, the Xbox 360 came out, I think. I'm pretty sure that's the order it went in. And I loved the Xbox 360 because what came with it? Halo 3 came with it. I used to love Halo 3. Halo 3 was amazing. I remember completing the campaign and then being disappointed because I couldn't play it anymore. So I just played Halo 1 and 2 again and then gone on to 3 again. It was just amazing. Like, unfortunately, Halo was probably the only game I played on the Xbox 360. I was never a big Call of Duty fan until my PS3 days, which I'll get onto in a second. But the Xbox games I remember playing were like PGR 4, Perfect Dark Zero, a bunch of other stuff that you've probably never even heard of. But you know, those are just games I bought because I didn't know any better. But yeah, after the Xbox 360 was my PlayStation 3. You know what I got with my PlayStation 3? Modern Warfare 2. Now, because I got the PlayStation 3 a couple of years after it came out, because just so the price came down, I didn't want my parents to be spending too much on me. But I got the PlayStation 3 with Modern Warfare 2, and that's when my obsession with gaming started. I realised this soon after, because I used to play Call of Duty, go to bed, wake up in the morning, go to school. As soon as I got home from school, I played Call of Duty again. And then that's pretty much how my nights went. But then again, it was the same for every single one of my friends. So I didn't know any different. I didn't know. This was during secondary school. So this was quite important. And luckily, I kind of grew out of the Call of Duty hype around year 10. So that's a good thing. It didn't ruin my GCSEs much. Note the word much. Because I could have done better if I studied harder. Like, I didn't do terribly bad, but I didn't do the best, if you know what I mean. But yeah, other games on the PS3. I'm trying to think. There really wasn't many. There was like GTA 4 came out as well on the Xbox 360, which I also played. But yeah, just Call of Duty and GTA 4 were the main games that I played on PS3, along with like Uncharted 2, I believe, Uncharted 2, and then a bunch of other stuff that you just go to a pre-owned shop like CEX, and then you just buy games for the sake of buying games. That's pretty much what I did. But yeah, I remember like the I forgot the type of genre it's called, but it's basically GTA set in 1950s America. No, not 1950s America. Before that, like 1930s. Southern America, and which is Red Dead Redemption, of course. You probably already got that as soon as I described it, but I used to love that game as wow. Now, after my PS3, it was my gaming PC. I love PC gaming. This is where my obsession with Minecraft developed, and this is just where me and my friends all come together now. Like, recently, my obsession was League of Legends. Now, luckily, I've grown out of it now. I don't play it as much anymore in the past couple of days, but they still love it, and I kind of feel like I should join them, but at the same time, it wastes so much time playing it, because the games last a minimum of 20 minutes a time. And then the longest we've played is probably like an hour and a half, which is absolutely ridiculous. But still, it's such a fun game. If you want to go try it out, I recommend you do. That's pretty much it. I didn't get any of the next gen consoles like the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 just because I don't see the point. Because just before they came out, I got a gaming PC, built it myself, might I add, and it's not low spec, it's decent specifications. So I didn't see the point because I just paid £800 for a PC. So I wasn't going to do anything stupid. I'm going to wait a couple of years until the price comes down. But yeah, the things I didn't mention in this video at the start were like the PlayStation Portable, like the PSP, the Game Boy. I do have those. I do have a PSP and a Game Boy, but I just didn't think they were worth mentioning because they weren't as influential in my life. So, but there's the Wii as well, and the Wii U. Like Zombie U, I remember was a really good game, but I sold my Wii U shortly after getting it because it was just sitting there doing nothing. So I got rid of it. I got some money, bought myself a new iPad actually, I remember, because I left mine on the bus. But still, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's just me telling you a bit about the history of my gaming history. Just telling you a bit about the history. That's not what I meant to say. I can't get it right. My history of gaming. Next episode, it's going to be like a two or three parter. The next episode is going to be on my favourite games of all time. It's probably going to be like a top 10 because there's so many games that I wanted you guys to see and everything. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please leave the video with a like. I did really enjoy making this. I even enjoy playing Far Cry. I don't normally like doing post commentaries, but if it's a thing that you guys enjoy, I think I might try and start doing it again. The thing is that confuses me. I don't enjoy or I don't see the point in recording a game. Like, it's what Call of Duty commentators used to do. Record a game and talk about something totally different other than the game that you've just recorded. I used to do that myself. I just don't understand it anymore. But if you guys want to see more stuff like that, I won't be doing it Call of Duty though, because just because I don't enjoy it as much anymore. But still, if you guys want to see it, let me know, and I'll certainly do my best. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please leave the video with a like, and if you are new, please subscribe, and so you can see future videos. I've been Super Mr. Bad Wolf. I see you another day in another video. Goodbye, bye, bye, bye.